And Fred's career lasted much longer than Ginger's. Okay, Fred, he went on up into the 70s. I think he was still making movies. But Ginger, her career finished in the 50s. Okay, and it was very unfair. It was because Ginger was a female, and as her looks went, she wasn't in demand anymore. Whereas Fred, being a male, you know, we can keep going apparently, and so his career lasted much longer, and he was much more famous. But people said, really, Ginger was the most talented and the better dancer because she did everything that Fred did, but she had to do it backwards in high heels. So she's going backwards in high heels, you can see there. And they say that's what a simultaneous interpreter is like. You turn up at a conference, you've got to know everything that's spoken about at the conference, okay? Just like all the participants at the conference, in fact probably better than a lot of the participants, you have to know everything that's going on at the conference. So unless you're like someone like Mr. Lee who does a whole lot of conferences, normally we have to prepare. Okay, so if it's on life insurance, you know, then you have to spend a couple of days really making sure you understand life insurance terminology and all about life insurance, so when you turn up at the conference, you have it in both languages. Okay, or if it's about, like I've done, say McDonald's. Okay, they have regional conferences in Sydney for McDonald's from all over Asia. And so, okay, you must know what a Big Mac is and all that, but you also have to know about franchising, because that's what these McDonald's store owners want to talk about. Franchising, and then you've got to work about, you know, what is a franchise, and what's franchise in the other language, and what's all the terminology surrounding franchise. And lots of other business type stuff they're going to talk about at that conference. So the interpreter who comes to the conference, they have to be as knowledgeable as just about anybody there, let alone if it's a medical conference. You know, I've never done one. I would never do it. You have to do, it's a really specialist activity, because I once had to interpret for skin burn specialists, but that was a delegation group of people coming down, and I had to spend 2 or 3 days learning about skin burns, because I didn't realise there's organ damage and all this sort of stuff that goes with it. So anyway, we have to know everything that goes on at the conference, and we have to interpret it simultaneously. And it's like going backwards in high heels. I'm sure you realise doing interpreting simultaneously. It's a very difficult operation.